Everything is shining, feeling so right. We don't need a map to find our way. Spinning in the starlight, we'll never stop. Dancing all night, taking it to the top. This is our world, let's live it loud.
Kosher pickle you got there, Max. I'm gonna keep this short.
Spinning in the starlight, we'll never stop. Dancing all night, taking it to the top. This is our world, let's live it loud.
Okay.
Everyone, happy Wednesday. There's 3 faces on the screen. Yes, we have a bit of a full house today. As always, we've got Bobby Steele to my left. Say what's up to the people.
Yo.
That works. And on the bottom, we got Mad Dog Kelly. He's
Hi there.
he used to be AEW fan, but you know, he got, I guess, exiled or whatever. But
I'm wearing an AEW t-shirt tonight, Sheriff, for the occasions thing, by the way.
True you are. Are you wearing
I mean, Darby Allin is the new Danhausen of AEW, Sheriff. So that's a surprise. Yes.
You're
yes.
cursed just for comparing that. But are you wearing
No.
Are you wearing
Magic
sandals?
tricks. They do magic
Are you wearing
tricks.
sandals? Are you wearing sandals? Are you wearing flip-flops?
Me? No.
Then you're not in
Slippers.
you're not on theme. You're not on theme because this is beach break.
They're flip-flop
beach
slippers, actually.
We are at the beach.
Slippers.
Theoretically.
Yeah, man. It was beach.
Oh, there we go.
What'd you guys
Thank
think
God.
of the set? What'd you guys think of the set? Because the set was really
I
cool
thought it
that
was
day,
really
you know.
cool. And they were in Florida, right?
Yes.
Clearwater, Florida.
Yeah, the set looked similar to how it looks sometimes in Daly's place, but it wasn't.
No, I'll tell you what the set remind me of. Around 1992, 1993, WCW's Beach Blast. That set looked so much familiar. Around
that was probably
time.
intentional. Knowing Tony Khan, that was probably intentional.
Yeah.
But the way you said WCW sounded like you were one of those old school.
Yes, it was. Yes, because it had the same look.
TBS. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys.
It had the same look. It had the same look in 1992 and 1993. Beach Blast. Yep. Yep.
And Sheriff, that is Daly's place. Just to confirm, that is Daly's place.
Oh, so it is that tonight. I thought Daly's place was in Jacksonville.
Yes.
It is in Jacksonville. This was in Clearwater, my dog. This wasn't in Jacksonville. This was in Clearwater.
I think somebody texted me saying the setup is like Daly's place. Okay, yeah. That's what I.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying it looked similar.
That's okay. The setup. Okay, yeah. The setup. Okay, that's what it was. It was my boy Nico.
Because I remember Daly's place has it just says like when it out, it just says Daly's place on in there on the side. But anyways, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Don't you think? Speaking of staying the same, remarkable Renee Paquette, always remarkable. That's always the same. They started off the show with her interviewing Kenny Omega because he, in the main event, is going to be taking on MJF for the AEW World title. And it is a title versus challenge championship.
Career championship. Career championship, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Title versus something. Basically, he won't be able to challenge for AEW World title ever again if he loses. You got to be fucking kidding me. We are not kidding. We don't kid. We don't play. What's up, AEW Review crew? What's up?
Hi, Jeffrey.
That's the BS this company gives you.
No. The BS gives you Sami Zayn winning a title in 9 days and then giving it to my boy CM Punk after 9 days. That's BS, EC, and you know it.
Thank you, Mad Dog. I appreciate. See, we gotta have you on.
Now look. I think Sami Zayn is a complete bum, but CM Punk deserves that belt. So there we go. That's all I gotta say.
We only need
Punk and Cody, baby. Punk and Cody.
I actually like Sami, but hey. Anyways, you know who's also a bum? Chris Jericho.
No! How dare you?
No!
Never! No!
How dare you? How dare you, Sheriff?
Bobby gets me.
Listen, he unfortunately.
How dare you?
Well, If he's not a bum, why did he lose tonight? He took on Tommaso Ciampa in the first match of the show. He kicks off
Because
the show
Tommaso
with Tommaso
Ciampa is
Ciampa.
a bald bum. He's a bald bearded bum. You know, the only thing that him and Sami Zayn have in common is Sami has hair and Ciampa doesn't. But they're both bums.
Well, listen. He's a bum with a win over your GOAT. So now what?
Hey, man, and Jericho is still the inaugural AEW champion, so you gotta give it that.
Yes, he is.
So you're saying he's a has-been? So you're saying he's a has-been?
If he's a has-been, sure. Why was he on the card tonight out of everybody else stuck in catering?
There's not people stuck in catering.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Come on.
Well, I guarantee you know.
There is.
But here's the thing. Chris Jericho took more L's than they did last tonight. So
because he put people over. It's what he's supposed to do.
Hey, Sheriff. Whoa, hold on. My dog. Let me chime in on this. All right, let me chime in.
Oh, you he said tag him in. Go ahead, Bobby Steele. Oh, you got muted. See, God don't like ugly. You see how that goes?
Unbelievable.
That's divine intervention.
This show. What is happening? I got you, Bobby. Here.
Oh no, Bobby. See, you know what's so funny? As soon as you tagged Bobby in, like his internet went heel. That's what happens when you go against the Sheriff. Okay. Divine intervention. It just needs a tag. Yeah. They stole my tag partner and took her to Raw. That's what happened. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's okay. CC commenting on a show that he is a host on.
It's funny.
I'm not sure what happened there, Bobby.
I don't know. I'm trying to unmute him. It's so weird.
I'll give because just after this we have like some segments. So we have Renee Paquette back. She's interviewing Will Ospreay. So basically we know that Ospreay won the Owen tournament. So at I believe All In, he's gonna face whoever is gonna be the champion. And so he actually says that he's rooting for Kenny Omega to win because he wants to face Kenny. He's not a fan of MJF. Speak of the devil, he does actually show up during the interview to kind of just let him know, like, I'm going to be beating Kenny in the main event. So he's like, he's saying, like, you should be preparing to face me because I'm going to win. That's essentially what he's saying. And Bobby, is it
I've been doing I did some research. Bobby has to unclick his mute button. He accidentally muted himself. I found that out because I tried to unmute him and it's not working. So you have to find the mute button.
Or do you want to leave and come back, Bobby?
I don't know if it's there.
I mean, we can't hear you. Like you're speaking, but we can't hear you. So
hold.
Oh.
All right. He'll be back on a second, ladies and gentlemen. That's okay. I lost power tonight. Actually,
we can hear you now.
Back. Got you.
Yeah, I'm back. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go against the Sheriff is gonna cost you. You see how that happened? Listen, man. Divine.
I stayed on. I just muted my mic as it
feels good to be God's favorite. You know. Anyway, Ospreay. Someone who's not God's favorite is MJF because Ospreay told him that his breath smells like cat piss, and God would never allow that if he really loved you. He says that he knows he knows Japanese like Joshi wrestlers are like better than MJF, so he kind of went in on him and says that he's prepared to face him if he does win, so he's not necessarily scared by that. But Bobby, tell me. Give me your most impassioned defense of Chris Jericho.
Me or Bobby?
Bobby.
I would love to know. Okay.
Exactly. Great. I love it. Beautiful. That's also my impassioned defense of Chris Jericho.
Oh, you didn't even give me a chance.
That's true, sir. You didn't give him a chance.
No, that's a lie.
That's true. That's true.
You didn't even give me a chance to defend myself here.
You had a whole 5 seconds.
That's not enough time.
Take your time, Bobby. What do you want to say about the GOAT Chris Jericho?
Okay. First off,
all time?
I will agree. Mad Dog's right on the money here. Jericho
you.
is one of the
Thank
greatest
you.
of all time. And I
Yes.
followed Chris Jericho's
True.
career since he was in ECW in his early years, when he was in
Mhm.
WCW, and when he came
Had the
to
ponytail.
WWE. Do y'all realize at the time that Chris Jericho came into WWE, Jim Ross signed Chris Jericho to the largest contract in WWE history at that time? Did y'all know that? I bet y'all didn't know that, did
I
y'all?
actually did not know that.
I
No.
did. I did.
He really did.
I read his
Well,
JR had
books,
said it
Bobby.
himself.
I've read all of his books,
He's a
Bobby.
big
You
fan of
can't.
Jericho.
And come
I
on,
read all of
come
his
on.
books.
And what happened? What happened on the very first night when Jericho debuted? He interrupted The Rock. No, who can he interrupted The Rock? You name one person that would make their debut on WWE Raw and interrupt The Rock. They put Jericho in that spot for a reason. Come on.
I'm gonna
Chris
double one up,
Jericho's the
Bobby.
GOAT.
Here. Mm-hmm. He is.
Well, he's one
Chris
of the goats.
Jericho's the GOAT.
He is.
He's one of the goats, yes.
He
But
is one of
I
the
have to
greatest of all
say,
time.
Jericho
But that doesn't.
also beat The Rock and Stone Cold in the same night.
But who did he beat tonight?
Yes, he did.
Nobody. Da, 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 da.
Still an AEW inaugural champion, and he never went back to the E, Sheriff. So you have to give him some credit there. Remember, he re-signed with AEW.
And did I mention too? He also has a band. His band Rules. Fozzy.
Yes.
You like Fozzy?
I love Fozzy.
We need to find that clip. We have okay. We gotta move on. What happened next? Because I'm.
What happened
so
next
lost.
was something that actually really, really, really annoyed me. So we got Konosuke Takeshita versus Kyle Fletcher for the AEW International Championship. We know that Takeshita won title, the recent pay-per-view, and he subsequently lost it now to Kyle Fletcher. I wanted Takeshita to keep this title. I don't really see. I mean, I like Fletcher, but I did not want to see Takeshita lose this way. And Don Callis was on commentary as he usually is, and it's
as he should be. By the way, as he should be.
And Taz was on commentary too. Taz is like a I think he's doing the heel thing. He was kind of sweeping a bit. It's taking time off, I heard. Oh, well, if that's the case, he shouldn't have won the title.
Man,
Hey, Sheriff.
He was a workhorse for the company.
Hey, let me say this about this match. Sheriff, you and I are in the same boat. I actually agree with you. I thought Takeshita was going to retain. I didn't want Kyle Fletcher to win it. I wanted Takeshita to retain.
Mm-hmm.
So.
So I'm the man out here thinking that Kyle Fletcher is the next greatest thing on AEW television.
I don't disagree that he's the next greatest thing. I just didn't want to see Takeshita lose.
Who deserves this championship and deserves this. First of
the
all,
match
was at the expense of Takeshita's momentum.
The match was a banger, and on top of that, this match had everything. These guys put it on the line. Takeshita should take a break. The guy's a workhorse for the company. This match is fantastic, and yes, the Don Callis family has more gold it's already prestigious gold it already has. So fantastic. I love it.
So, are you going to
Mad Dog, you would love it.
I
the
do.
way you said it, you would.
I love it. I do. Don Callis family is great. Bobby, absolutely great.
Something that you're not gonna love. So Andrade El Idolo actually can't. Well,
first,
let me be clear.
You're forgetting. Mick Foley came out.
Yeah, Mick Foley came out actually, and he was interviewing Fletcher because he had just won the title. And obviously, Kyle Fletcher is a heel. He's very disrespectful. He's very disrespectful to our guy Mick Foley, and this we did see Kevin Knight kind of teaming a little bit with the Don Callis family, but they're not. He's not exactly like in cahoots with them. So he did come out and he had a lot to. He had a lot to.
He took shots at Kyle, man. Did you see that? He took shots.
It was
Kyle.
interesting. Yes, and it was because the thing is that there's a lot of mid-card titles going around, and Kevin Knight, he wants to defend his position as the preliminary mid-card champion. You know, he's the TNT champion right now, and so he congratulates Kyle for bringing the international championship back to the Don Callis family, or the DC MJF, which is kind of like this big alliance kind of thing, like an informal kind of alliance thing. And then out comes no title holder, Andrade El Idolo, but he is obsessed with titles. They say this actually, that he really wants to win a title. And so, you know, they give him the opportunity. Next week, he can face Jake Doyle. And if he beats Jake Doyle, then he can challenge Fletcher he can challenge for the national championship, essentially.
No. I think the way Don Callis said it was he'll have Andrade challenge Jake Doyle for the AEW national title next week, right? Is that the way he framed it, or?
Well, he has to beat Jake Doyle to get a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, essentially. Which is which would make sense because if you pin, you get the.
Well, look, Andrade has made his point. He wants the AEW World title.
So does everybody else.
So exactly.
So is everybody else.
My mama, okay.
Kevin Knight won a title shot too. I mean,
John Cena is the GOAT. I knew that this was you,
John Cena is one of them.
You said I am suck and tired of MJF. He suck. He isn't my champ. Like that's something you would say. So I knew it was you, Charmaine, before I even read that.
Charmaine.
And so next up, we did get now Will Ospreay is officially a member of the Death Riders. So this was a Death Riders tag team match. We got Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay taking on Workhorsemen, Anthony Henry and JD Drake. I think it's Workhorsemen together is what they are. They've been
by the way.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I know both of them guys actually, Anthony Henry and JD Drake.
You know them personally?
No, not personally, but I just know them. They used to wrestle for another promotion.
Drake.
Yeah, they used to wrestle for another promotion before COVID happened. They wrestled for another promotion. And I used to go and watch them wrestle. So, yeah.
I don't remember where I saw JD Drake. I just know that I've seen him before. It's slipping my mind, but we did see that the Death Riders, well, specifically Ospreay and Moxley, we've seen them team together quite a bit in recent weeks. I think they had a tag team match last week as well, and they are just gaining momentum. They seem to be a good duo. So obviously they got the win here. Moxley did pin JD Drake, and we know that Ospreay is staying fresh. He's biding his time until his world title shot. I know Mark Briscoe. Oh, yeah, you did say that. The first lady of UPR says that Chris Jericho isn't a go. I am tired of Kenny and Charmaine. Did y'all see that our on Beast Clothes and camera crew is just different? Yes. Did y'all also see? Yes. I don't even know if y'all would know who this is. Did y'all see that Agent Zero was in the crowd? And apparently he was live streaming.
You guys know this? You guys didn't even mention this, Sheriff. You didn't even mention this. When Mick Foley came out, he had these dog shoes on, and one was his dog that passed away, and the other one was the dog that was still alive. And I thought that was really cool that he had dog shoes on, literally. And he was wearing like a dog beach outfit too, like his blazer or whatever it was. His jacket was like all dogs and stuff. I thought that was really cool, actually, of Mick Foley.
They highlighted that during the segment with Fletcher and them. They talked about his shoes, which is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Mick Foley's he's the good guy, Mick Foley.
Custom made, by the way. Custom made, I found out. Right here.
I would assume. I mean, I don't think they're out here mass shipping photos of his dog on shoes, but
it would make big money. I'm telling you, Mick, you would make big money.
You would buy it?
Shop. I mean, probably not. $600. A little out of my price range. That's the last one they did. I think they did the Young Bucks. It was like $600, by the way, for the shoes on AEW
Oh yeah.
shop. Yeah.
Oh, also, Brody King has some custom shoes. I saw that Sierra.
Right, and I believe that those are also like $400. So.
Mad Dog will buy it. Yeah. Well, it's speaking of someone.
I would,
Someone who would not have an issue affording that is the ace of TBS, which is obviously the AEW TBS champion, Hikaru Shida. She gave us like a brief segment. She basically said that TBS now stands for the best is Shida. That's what she said, because she's the champion now. She won it in that gauntlet match last week. So good for Shida. We'll get to see pretty soon who's going to challenge her for the title. Speaking of the women's, so we got the AEW Women's World Championship Contender Casino Gauntlet match, right? The contenders are Maya World. Love her. I think that she's had so much momentum recently. We got Athena, Julia Hart, Mina Shirakawa, Rena, Sky Blue, Thunder Rosa, and You'll Never Guess.
Willow.
Yes, because we just watched it. Willow returned from her injury. So she returned. She was the final entrant into the gauntlet match, and she actually ended up winning the gauntlet match. Now, I want to note that Mercedes was out there watching the show. She had a bit of a sour face when Willow came out. She didn't like that. We said that they have history. And also, Thekla was on commentary, and that was funny. I really like Thekla's character. Thekla has really just evolved. Like, this title reign has honestly been one of my favorite AEW women's title reigns, and I'm not just saying that. It's definitely up there. And her character is super entertaining. On the commentary, she was actually really funny. She said that she wishes her and Mina were friends, because if they were friends, she could motorboat her all the time. And then she kept saying, like, this gauntlet match is just a bunch of big like dumb bitches just fighting. She's like, which dumb bitch is gonna win? And I'm like, geez, she did really like Rena. I think she has a history with her in Japan, if I'm not sure. And she was putting her over quite a bit and said she would love to give Rena a title shot. I wonder if that's something AEW will follow up on. But she was
I gotta say this though. I'm actually glad Willow won this, and I kind of want to see Willow become the new AEW Women's Champion, because she has never held that belt before, and I kind of want her to win it.
I agree. It's time.
I will. Okay, Sheriff, go first.
Oh, okay. I was going to say she's been a TBS champion. She's been the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. We know that she's won the Owen before, I'm pretty sure. Like, she's basically done it all except won the big one. But do you know who's also done it all and except win the big one in AEW? That is Mercedes Moné.
I was just going to say our CEO, Sheriff. And I want Willow. Book it. And that's how you book it.
Exactly, Mad Dog.
Mercedes wins. And then you have the feud between Willow and Mercedes. You run it back. I don't know where, I don't know when, but maybe at Full Gear you run it back and then you give Willow the title.
Are you guys smoking something?
Listen,
are you guys smoking something?
No. She has history.
I'm not allowed to, Bobby.
Willow
I'm not
is the
allowed
person that beat her. Remember, Willow is the person that has beat her many times. She was the first person in AEW to beat her. I think she beat her even before she came to AEW. Like,
they have history.
They have real history. Even though it wasn't technically supposed to happen this way, it's because of injury. This really works out. This really works. I won. I agree. Also, Thekla is a heel. Mercedes is a heel. It doesn't make sense for Mercedes to win the title from Thekla, although they could do that. It's just not ideal.
On that heel thing. Hold on. Kenny Omega's a face. He's going up against Will Ospreay, who's, I guess, also a tweener face heel. I don't know what the hell Will Ospreay is anymore. I'm very confused.
But that's
it doesn't. It's not exactly now. I guess.
No, Ospreay's not a tweener. Ospreay's a babyface. But it's not.
Ospreay's a babyface.
Still cheer for him a lot.
It's not exactly the same, because it's different. Doing heel versus heel and doing face versus face is not the same. You can do both. That can happen, but it usually works better with babyface because the crowd will just pick who they like more. When it's heel versus heel, it leaves the crowd feeling like they don't want to root for anyone. It's easy for that to demoralize the crowd. That's why heel versus heel
Exactly.
is harder to do.
I agree there.
So you're saying
and Will
Mercedes
Ospreay,
going to go face? Is that what you're saying?
hold on.
No, I'm saying
Lord.
Willow is going to beat Thekla so that Mercedes can face her for the title because Willow's a babyface.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Bubby.
Mm.
And so
I'd
I think
rather
that Willow will beat her, and then I think Willow will feud with Mercedes, and Mercedes will get the title from Willow.
No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
no, that's not what's going to happen. I can go ahead and tell y'all what's going to happen. Willow's going to win the belt. She will go to All In London to take on overrated Mercedes Moné, and Willow's going to beat her and retain the title. Holla at your boy.
Well, we have one
Mercedes is not
pay-per-view
overrated.
before All In. I didn't know this, but Bob, we're gonna have to do a prediction show a couple weeks. They're doing, I think it's called Redemption, right? AEW Redemption.
It
I think
is.
they're calling
It's
this, right?
it's
Yeah,
called
yeah,
AEW
yeah.
Redemption. Yes, yes, it is.
Redemption.
We'll do a prediction show on it.
Yeah. I'm excited for that. But I don't even know who they're even stacking up the card for that, but it's always gonna be good. Forbidden Door is good. I actually had to watch it the next day because I went to Godsmack from Story. Went to Godsmack, and then the next day I had to buy it and rewatch it. And I actually liked Forbidden Door a lot. So yeah.
So what was next on the card, Sheriff?
So, well, after the match, because Thekla's already out there, of course, she got in the ring. She is not a fan of Willow, so she takes out Willow. And also we have the Divine Dominion come out because the Sisters of Sin were in the match, and they have a feud with the Sisters of Sin for the tag titles. So they come out to kind of brawl as well. Eventually, the Divine Dominion take out the Sisters of Sin kind of at the stage. And remember, Mercedes Moné is out there. And so she gets in the ring and she takes out Willow first. And she takes out Thekla. She takes out both of them. So the person left in the ring is actually Mercedes. And then on the ramp is Divine Dominion.
You know who I didn't see come out there to help Willow? Did you guys notice? I was hoping she would come out there.
I was thinking Harley Cameron was going to come out when the music hit. And then Willow. And then I was like, oh, interesting. I wonder why Harley didn't. That's actually a good point.
Yeah, I agree, Jeffrey. I agree with this statement here. Jeffrey actually said that they might be teaming up. I like this because
maybe
Megan Bain is a goddess. By the way, if you guys did not know.
No, don't say Harley's turning heel. No, don't say that. Don't say that. I like Harley Cameron.
I do. I love her. She's one of my favorites.
It could be time, though. You know what I mean? It could be
she seems so she seems so white meat babyface that I can't imagine her as a heel. But
exactly.
Speaking of goddess, though,
what though? There's guys I didn't think that they were gonna turn heel who are heel. For example, Will Ospreay. I guess he's a heel. I don't know.
Will Ospreay is not a heel.
He's not a heel.
He's teaming with John Moxley. John Moxley
is also not a heel. John Moxley is also not a heel.
Mad Dog.
John Moxley's not a heel. He hasn't
Mad
been
Dog, have you noticed? Hold on, Mad Dog. Have you noticed the Death Riders are starting to turn face? People are starting to cheer for the Death Riders now. Yes,
Moxley
they've been
is definitely face. The rest of the group, it dragged along, but John Moxley's a tweener at best. At most, he's a face. Like
I agree there. Ospreay's not a tweener. He's a baby face. I gotta agree with Sheriff on this one.
Moxley teaming with Ospreay is because Moxley is turning babyface or was turning babyface. Not because Ospreay's turning heel,
right?
No,
he's gonna take over the Death Riders.
No.
Ospreay is a babyface.
I'm not.
Ospreay's a babyface.
He's gonna take over the Death Riders. You watch. I'm calling it right now.
Anyways, so we got Speedball Mike Bailey backstage with Renee Paquette. All right. We know that he used to team with Kevin Knight. He doesn't really want to talk about him anymore. They had a falling out. Obviously, Kevin Knight's a heel now. He turned heel. But what he does want to be a champion, a singles champion like Kevin Knight is. He wants to take the AEW National Championship from Mark Davis on Collision. So he'll have that opportunity coming up on the next show. But we've got our main event next, guys. We got Kenny Omega versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman for AEW Men's World Championship. And
remember, the stipulation was if Kenny Omega had lost this match, he would never challenge for the AEW World title ever again.
And this was a really, 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 really good back and forth match. We got to see basically MJF do his regular stick of he pulled out the ring and he had the ref's back turned and he was going to hit Kenny Omega with the Dynamite diamond ring. Ospreay came out, took the ring from MJF, distracted him, right? And it caused Kenny to be able to kind of get the one up on MJF, and he had the championship belt. The referee's back was still turned because the referee was kind of tending to Will Ospreay, and he had the opportunity to hit MJF with the belt and, you know, maybe get a dirty win. He decided against it. MJF used this moment to his advantage. He uppercuts he uppercuts Kenny, and then MJF takes the belt, hits Kenny with it. Ref turns around. He pins Kenny. Kenny kicks out at 1, I think before 1, which is wild. And it was at this moment that I knew Kenny was winning, which was my prediction. And he gets up and he kind of basically from there, he hulks up. He basically he hits the beat trigger on MJF like 3 times. And then he hits the one-winged angel for the win. Banged up leg was his downfall.
Which fun facts with Mad Dog, he did not kick out of, by the way. By the way, MJF was one of the only people to kick out of the one-winged angel.
Which he made a point to say to Kenny.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And this time, it screwed him over. I loved it, man. I thought it was great. Especially with the whole banner MJF 3-time champion. Here's the problem, though, with it, guys. I feel like they're going to give this back to MJF at some point and make him 4-time champion because...
Well, he's at some point going to win the title again because... why
honestly, I think the belt should go to Will Ospreay. I really do.
Well, it will, but I mean, down the line, MJF will win again. Yeah.
Hey, I got a question, though. The real question we should be asking ourselves is, what's the best money as far as... What's the best booking for All In London? Is the best booking on Will Ospreay against MJF for the belt, or is it Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega for the belt?
It's Will Ospreay and Kenny.
I have to agree with Sheriff here, Bobby. Yes, it is Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. And we're gonna do a prediction show for that as well for All In.
Do you guys do you guys think that it may be a triple threat at All In?
They should not do that. They should not do that. Not necessarily because that would be a bad match, but because, and this is also why I believe that Kenny was winning the title. I think that Kenny is on a retirement tour. And we know Tony Khan, he likes to get people titles on their way out. And so that's why I figured Kenny would win here. And also we haven't gotten to see in AEW Kenny and Will kind of go toe-to-toe, and that is a dream match for a lot of people. Those are 2 of the best in the world. You need to give them the big stage, just the 2 of them to have that moment. You don't really need to shoehorn MJF into that, in my opinion. And there's no other time for it to happen except, you know, and also Kenny Omega is on his way out. He wants to put over whoever's going to be the next face of the company, putting over Ospreay in his home region. I don't think it's his hometown, but he is from the UK. Putting him over there in front of, like, at their biggest show of the year in front of the whole crowd, that is a moment that they want to have, and you don't really need to shoehorn MJF into that.
All right, so I got a question too. So we are all in agreement that Ospreay's win the belt at All In, right?
Yeah.
So are we also in agreement that we think that MJF will win the belt back from Kenny Omega, or do we see from
Kenny,
or do we see Kenny Omega just take it all the way to All In?
I think we see Kenny take it all the way to All In.
And that's the thing I do want to bring up, right? Is what happens at Redemption. You know, MJF is going to want a rematch. They're gonna have to probably do something, because why would the AEW title not be on the line at Redemption? I mean, they're gonna run it back.
Especially
since the AEW
title, since the AEW title wasn't defended at Forbidden Door. So,
But yes,
Yeah.
it was. It was MJF. He defended it.
It was that steel cage match.
He was in the
It
steel
was that
cage
6 on
match.
6.
Oh wait, was
Yeah,
that
it was,
double or nothing? Oh wait, was that
No,
double?
no, that was Forbidden Door. I was talking
that
about
was
the
Forbidden Door. Team Briscoe against Team Don Callis,
Oh,
MJF.
titles,
DC.
that's
It
right.
was
That's right.
DC
That's right.
MJF
That's
versus
right.
the
That's
Conglomerate.
right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they
That's right.
didn't defend
It
it
was
at
double
the.
or nothing where he won. Okay, all right. I'm
So
getting
they
my
didn't
paper.
defend it at the last
Yeah.
pay-per-view. So I think they
All
want to
right,
defend it
so
at the next.
Redemption, I think what they're gonna, it's gonna be a stipulation, but they just did steel cage in a circle, so I don't think it's gonna be a steel
Which was
cage
cool.
match. They're gonna have to go bigger, so they're gonna have to do a street fight. But I'm gonna do one up, and
Exactly.
I quit. I think they'll do an I quit match. I really do. I think it's gonna be MJF, Kenny Omega, I quit at Redemption. I really do, and they don't do
And
many of these.
do you think MJF
Right.
takes time off after losing? Because I think he's gonna lose.
He could. I don't know if it's the best booking, Kenny and Osprey. Like
I
I said,
think it
it's a
is.
dream match for everybody, including myself. But
There's no other
everybody
time.
also
There's
thought
no other
it
time
was
that you
going to
can
be
redo it.
MJF and Will Osprey, and Osprey was going to win. So I don't know.
I think
does
Kenny
Kenny turn
and
heel?
Osprey makes a lot of sense. I don't think you need Kenny to
Does
be here.
Kenny turn heel? That
I
could
don't.
happen
The reason I don't think you need Kenny to be heel is because Osprey is aligned with the Death Riders, and although they are tweeners turning babyface, the Death Riders does not have a good relationship with Kenny Omega, and so you can play on that as a storyline. Even though Will said, like to Jeffrey's point, Will said he wanted to face Kenny. They have a lot of respect for each other. That can create tension in the idea that he's aligned with people who are kind of his boss.
This leaves MJF with no story, and that's not good because he's back now. He's not.
Well, it doesn't necessarily leave him with no story. That just means that this current story. That just means this current story wraps up, and then you move on to the next one. That doesn't mean he doesn't have.
So which one? So who's it going to be? I mean, maybe I've heard rumors Swerve might come back. That could be something. I've heard rumors Hangman could come back.
MJF, so there's Swerve. MJF still has his issues with Hangman. MJF still has issues with Mike Briscoe. MJF is aligned now with the Don Callis family, so he can get involved with that. Like, there's other feuds he can do.
Yeah, I agree.
If I had to book it, Hangman Page comes back, and Kenny, and MJF. I'm sorry.
Oh, so you have MJF face Hangman again, but no belt?
Well, why not? If we're not doing the belt, which I still think they're gonna run the belt back. I still think they're gonna run this back. There's no way they don't run Kenny and MJF run this back at Redemption. I still think they're gonna, but maybe Hangman shows up. That would be cool.
Let me say this. Here's what I think will happen. At AEW Redemption, MJF will get his rematch against Will Ospreay for the belt. At some point, I think we. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking before All In, MJF will get his rematch again for the belt against Kenny Omega at Redemption, and I think at some point during that match we will see Hangman Page return and cost MJF that match, and Kenny Omega will retain the belt. And he will go to All In against Will Ospreay, and Ospreay's winning. That's what I think will happen.
I can see that. I actually can see that, Bobby, and that means MJF and Hangman have a match at All In. That I can see. Absolutely.
Yep. That's what I think will happen.
I can see that because that sets up a feud between Hangman and MJF, who have so much history and beef with each other. I love that. Going into All In, and that would be a great match.
And you can even make that a number one contenders match if you want.
I agree.
You could.
I agree.
Good.
Wait, between who?
Ospreay and MJF. Oh, no, not Ospreay. Dang, Hangman. I'm sorry.
You can't do that. You can't do that. Hangman can't challenge for the world title again.
No, that's because MJF was a champ.
That was MJF.
No, he can't challenge at all. Regardless of who's the champion.
Tony Khan can always change his mind.
Yeah, but that would be kind of.
I don't know about that, Sheriff.
I mean, they could. No, am I wrong?
Fine lines with
that was the stipulation. That was the stipulation.
But I thought
Sure.
it was for that champion. No,
No,
was it not?
That was for his entire career. He can't challenge for the world title.
I don't know.
Sheriff.
That's
we
what
are
it said. That was the stipulation.
Yeah, but hold on. We are talking about Tony Khan here. He can always change his mind now.
I mean, I'm not
just
saying
saying.
they can't.
I'm not saying Kenny Omega's champion tonight.
I'm not saying they
I
can't
thought
reverse
MJF
it.
was retaining, but no.
I'm not saying they can't reverse it in the booking. I'm saying it would be pretty cheap to go right back on the stipulation that you just made in your last match, right? What would be the point of that? Like, all of your stipulations lose teeth if you just book them out of existence immediately after. Like, I don't see Tony Khan doing that.
That's where the whackness comes in, because Tony.
But AEW has never done that. 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 That's some WWE shit. You need to keep that over there. That's some Fed shit, all right? That's some Vince McMahon stuff. Anyways, what's our
CM Punk is our champion. Don't disrespect one of the goats.
And Kenny Omega's our champion. Don't disrespect one of the goats.
I mean,
but I will say congratulations.
I watch Kenny Omega at 6 a.m, Sheriff. Don't mess with me, okay?
6 a.m.
Hey,
turn on
because Japan,
Japanese subtitles
and
watch that man. So don't.
Hey, I got a question, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. But ain't this Kenny Omega's second reign as AEW champ?
Yeah, I believe
that's
it is.
Correct. Yes.
I could be wrong.
Okay.
The first one was when he was a heel. He won it from Hangman, if I'm not mistaken.
No. He won it from Moxley.
Oh, Moxley was a big
it was John Moxley. Yeah.
Yeah. He won it from Moxley. That's right.
Yeah, that's true. And that's when Moxley was a babyface. Yeah.
That's when the Elite was still together, right? They did that whole thing. The Young Bucks and him. They had the tag champions, and he had the world champion. I think, if I remember it right. Yeah.
But I will say this: congratulations.
They used to do a podcast or whatever it was. They used to think it was a YouTube thing. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. They stopped that. Yeah.
Wait. They are still doing it. They are still doing BTE on YouTube.
They restarted it recently. BTE.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Cool. I gotta look that up. Wow.
Elite. Because remember,
I will say this.
They can do it for a while just because they were, one, because it takes time, and two, they were separated on screen. The Young Bucks were heels for a long time, and Kenny was babyface. And also look at the graveyard of the Elite. Cody's not around anymore. Hangman, technically, actually in storyline, Hangman left. They used to do a lot of stuff with the Dark Order on BTE. They were kind of phased out, so it took them a while to get their bearings back. But anyways,
Dark Order, a couple of them. Well,
what's your rating for tonight's
Dynamite? And then I think the biggest thing with the Dark Order was Brody Lee passed away. RP Brody Lee. And that whole faction kind of just disbanded.
No. The biggest thing with the Dark Order was when they were aligned with Hangman Page.
Okay.
All right. Sheriff, you asked me what grade I would give AEW Beach Break tonight. I'll give it a B+.
Wow. Bobby, not a B+ player for AEW. Don't do this. What's your rating, MADDOG?
I am actually going to say that this was one of the better shows of the All Elite whackness I have watched. Shout out to the executive consultant for calling it that, by the way. He had to go there. I would actually give this an A-. I love this card top to bottom. So wow.
Sure.
I think it's an A. I'm giving it an A. Thank you, Jeffrey.
So wait a minute.
What was this? All Elite whackness and all kinds of words.
Hold on.
Flush on that. This was an A. This was a great show. You must got it confused with
it is. It is.
It is an A show. I love this show. This is a stacked card. We got great matches.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. I got a question. You guys gave this show an A, and I gave this show a B+.
Which was shocking. I was like, what is going on, Bobby? If this wasn't an A, what is?
I mean, this is one of their better shows. I'll give them that. It didn't bore me to sleep like half the Dynamite does. So, Oh yeah, that's right.
I thought we did.
Jungle Boy resigned. That's right. That's a big deal. You guys get Jungle Boy. I guess Anna Jay's not too far behind.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't mention.
By the way, that was
Hold
interesting
on.
because they showed the photo of him and Anna Jay on screen. I know a lot of people were speculating they broke up. I don't think they would have showed that photo if they were broken up. So I think they're still going strong. Jack Perry
so
did
she's
resign.
Resigning. Yeah, they're
They
going
showed the
strong.
package.
They were just on Twitch the other night. I watched their Twitch streams. He's always on her streams.
Exactly. Yeah.
My God.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question right quick.
Mhm.
I will say this though, and everybody that's watching, the UPR fans and all of our members of the UPR, I will say this though: do not ever mention that one guy's name who I can't stand. I will say his name one time and one time only. But I hope nobody. No. I hope nobody mentions his name, and that is that sorry Dave Meltzer.
Oh.
I don't want to hear that guy's name ever again.
Oh boy.
And I'm saying this to the UPR members. I'm saying this to the fans. Don't mention his name. He is sorry. He doesn't know nothing. He doesn't know crap from apple butter. He doesn't know. All he does.
Crap from apple butter is crazy.
He's a buffoon. He's a moron. He doesn't know nothing. I don't want to hear his name. And I'm saying this respectfully to all of our members of UPR and all of our fans. Do not ever mention his name again. Forever mention his name again.
Right. Big fan of Uncle Dave Meltzer. That's what the rest of the internet community calls him.
I told you not mention his name, my dog. Come on, man.
I had to. But honestly, what are we doing? Why are we? What are we?
It's beach break.
Okay. Right. Okay. Let's break this down here. Right. Anna Jay is re-signing. What are we doing? Why do we have these sounds? What are we doing? What are we doing? Thank you.
Right, so,
anyway, Anna Jay, I have to say, is probably going to re-sign with this company. And there's another guy I'm not going to mention, but Jack Perry mentioned it. Everybody knows what the hell happened already, so I don't need to go into it. But there's somebody has some beef with Jack Perry. Obviously, that person got called out and was wrong. And I believe that person's also wrong. And now I'm not going to mention names because I'm a good person. I'm a nice person. But I will say that, Anna Jay is most likely resigning with AEW as well. Which is sad because I wanted to see her in the E. Like the sources said, like Dave and Sean said, she's going to be leaving AEW. She's not.
Yeah. You're gonna believe.
Are all propaganda.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This.
No one's going. No one's going to the
remember,
E to take a 50% pay cut.
Right.
No one's going to the E to take a 50% pay cut.
Hold on.
We're getting Sheamus soon. Your ship is sinking. Fuck that.
Wait a minute. Let me say this. Right quick.
Yeah, that's right. It's going to AEW. You guys can have him.
No. Wait. Let me say this right quick. First off, I never buy any stake into what Dave Meltzer says. He doesn't know nothing. All right. I don't know why you guys.
His name. You broke your own rule, Bobby.
Oh well, I'm sorry. He's an idiot. Look, he doesn't know nothing.
I have to say, I believe his wording on this whole Sheamus situation. I do know that Sheamus is friends with Claudio Castagnoli, and that it's going to be a big part of getting Sheamus over into AEW. That from what I've read this morning. So.
Well, I don't listen.
That. Yeah.
I don't listen to nothing that idiot says anyway. I don't listen to nothing he says. He doesn't know nothing.
I will say this because a lot of wrestling news reporters, podcasters, whatever you want to call it, 99.9% are grifters. The one outlet that I do actually trust is Fightful. I know a lot of people actually don't like Fightful, but
actually, Sheriff, I didn't want to say the name, but now I guess I'm gonna have to because you have no choice. That beef with Jack Perry was actually it was Fightful. Actually, it was SRS. They call it. It was a whole thing. You can go watch the clip. It was a big deal. He called out SRS. SRS got his phone blown up. It was a whole big thing. And then SRS took it all back and, said he didn't know. And all this, it was this whole spiel between the two of them. I hope they worked it out. Obviously, I don't know. But, yeah. But obviously he was wrong about Jack Perry and Anna Jay leaving. Both most likely re-signing. Jack Perry tonight and Anna Jay, probably next week.
Anyways, I guess we really went on a tangent. I guess we can leave that here.
I mean, that was our backstage discussion. What happened to the,
your
backstage?
I guess we can say that. Well, hold on. I guess we can say that technically that was our I guess we could say technically that was our heated discussion. We didn't.
There you go. There you go.
Wait.
Do we even still have that in here?
No, wait. Hold on.
Even know.
Hold on. Before, wait, I will say this though. I want to make a plug with AEW Collision. That as of right now, there's 2 matches has been signed for Collision this weekend. We have Mark Davis defending the AEW National Title against Mike Bailey, and then we have Bandino against Shibata for the Ring of Honor World's Heavyweight Title.
And then we have Jack Doyle and El Idolo, right?
I thought that was Dynamite next week.
That's for Dynamite next week. Yeah.
Oh, that's for Dynamite next week.
No, it's for Dynamite.
Wait, is it Collision?
As of right now, we have those 2 matches for Collision this weekend.
Perfect.
I just want to throw that in there.
So, guys, we because those
I might watch it depending, but then again, Bobby, the World Cup is on. I know Team USA lost; it sucks, but I think there's a couple World Cup games on Saturday night, so I might be watching them. I don't know.
Didn't Team USA cheat?
Oh, go England! I guess Harry Kane. Woo! Money on him, so we better win. I only have it because I put like a little bit of money on. I only put like $10 on this, so Harry Kane better get me a goal.
Yeah.
1 goal. That's all I need, Harry. 1 goal from you, mate. One goal. That's it.
Going once, going twice.
Not that hard.
All right. Well,
we'll be back. We'll be back next week to cover what's going to happen. We'll see what happens at Collision.
By the way, I'll be back the following week. But
will you?
Actually, yes. Venomous Vince will be hosting next week with you guys if he's there. Yeah.
Venomous Vincent, the return. The return of Venomous Vince.
That's right. And then I will be there the following week, which is actually awesome because I believe it works out because that's the week of redemption. So I'm going to be on with you guys that night. And then Bobby and I will be doing the prediction show, I believe, the following night. I believe it works out. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Wait. So,
thank you, Jeffrey.
Yeah, so Mad Dog, we got to figure out when we'll do the prediction show for Redemption.
Yeah, I'll talk to you. We'll be in touch. Like I said,
that's behind the scenes. Boo, 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 boo. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all don't want to hear them talk about scheduling and stuff. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you all next week. Stay frosty.